Good morning, teacher and classmates. For my oral presentation, today I will talk about a problem whose solution will be my business next summer. So, for this, I will mention the advantages, benefits, disadvantages, dangers, and opportunities. Okay? Today I will talk about a problem of study and searching for information. This problem I will take it from the Open Mind book from the list of problematics. So, although it is well known that knowledge is free for all of those people who want to know something, okay? But there are countries who think so that idea, that ideology, it's wrong. They are not agree. Why that idea? Well, they believe that people do not have the right to give an information opinion, that knowing too much can become a political and social problem. So much so that they deny their population access to the internet to search information. Well, basically, some governments deny the access, say, my population will not have access to internet to search information. So, what's the problem? Well, that's the problem. Obviously, the country say no to the free knowledge. But what do I propose with my business to be able to solve the problem? Well, one of the implements with a global connection that is not private for the public is video games. Of course, some titles are private in some countries. Before that I continue, some examples of these countries who are disagree to the idea of knowledge is free for everyone. For example, we got China, Korea, Afghanistan, etc. Okay, now let's continue. However, why not create a game of constant updates? What type of updates? Well, these updates will be our information on informative data from all the world, where people will not be using the internet to search for information, so there will be no conflict with their countries. Yeah, there is a technicism, but it's alright, no? So, how will the platform work? Okay, this is important. The design of this game will be not be anything elaborate, okay? I'm not think to create like I don't know, like the original games. No, nothing of that. My game is just concentrate into bring information and informative service. So because we want to focus or provide informative service, well, so the aesthetic will be a library, for example, where the player could read informative articles from all the world, books of history, philosophy, and national information. And what I mean with that? Well, that some countries decide to censor such as government documents and plans. So, with our server in the game, we'll show that documents and plans to all users. Now, an idea for advanced education is the application of global theses from universities on the platform. Now, let's talk about the benefits can this business brings, okay? Now, we'll talk about benefits, disadvantages, dangers, and opportunities. I'm gonna just say one example for every one of those. So, what benefits can this business bring? Well, one of the benefits is that all available documents will be translated in all language to ensure a good service. This will change depending on the region where the game and its service will be used. For example, you use my game in Latin, Peru, okay, it will be in Spanish. If you use the service, for example, in China, okay, all the documents will be translated to Chinese. For example, and now let's talk about the disadvantages, okay? As I have clarified before, our purpose is to provide an information service. We want to be satisfactory, helpful, and friendly with our users. But since my game is an open service, many people will depend on it to search information. And what's the problem with that? Well, the connection with internet will be a problem. And why that can be a problem? Well, because there is one server, and what is the problem with one server? So there is a lot of people in that server trying to find information, that can make the internet connection makes slowly. So for example, you can read normal your document, a lot of people can do that, but people who had a bad connection, they maybe can read all the documents because of the slow connection, because there is a lot of people, a lot of users use the server at the same time. So now let's talk about the dangers those my business can represent. Unfortunately, there is only one. There is the problem lies in the time from the screen, which users can cause headache and eyes by drying them in the likes of the screen. For example, think this: you read all a thesis complete from the university, read a lot of more documents. If you don't get away of the screen of your computer or cell phone, you can put in danger your head with headache, or your eyes, you can hurt them. And it's not a joke, it's true. Well, let's take away the dangers and let's finish this with the opportunities. The most important opportunity that I found in my business is the opportunity to bring the power to the users that they will have by seeing the world as is it and not having a closed mind. So what I mean with that? I mean so that my business will bring the user a new view of the world. They will never see the world as they seen before, because they will know more. They will have a ideology. Philosophical texts will help to make the ideas form, and all the political, economical articles will help them to have an idea of what is the national situation. So that's the idea of my business that I would like to put on way in the next summer. Thank you very much for listening.